Hi, viewers, to all parents, teachers, and students, my greetings to you. Today, we are diving into valuable strategies to bolster learning in CBSE schools. And it's a pleasure to have you with us for this live session. Introduction to the importance of academic reinforcement. Thank you all for joining us today. We understand the critical role that academic reinforcement plays in a student's educational journey. In CBSE schools, providing strong support and guidance is essential for holistic development. Before we delve into specific strategies, let's take a moment to familiarize ourselves with the CBSE curriculum and evaluation system. This knowledge will serve as a foundation of our system. CBSE, or the Central Board of Secondary Education, is known for its comprehensive and well structured curriculum designed to provide a balanced education. It emphasizes thinking, practical application of knowledge, and holistic development. The evaluation system, too, is unique. It assesses our students' performance through a combination of continuous evaluation, periodic assessments, and year end examinations. Understanding this system is crucial for effective academic reinforcement. One of the most influential factors in a student's academic journey is the involvement of parents. Research consistently shows that students thrive when their parents actively participate in their education. Today, we'll explore practical ways parents can support their children learning at home, effective study techniques, and time management. Now, let's shift our focus to the students developing effective study techniques and time management. Now, let's shift our skills are essential for success in any educational system, and CBSE is no exception. We'll share proven strategies to help students make the most of their study time. Teachers, indeed, you play the pivotal role in shaping the academic experience of our education. We'll discuss methods to create engaging and interactive classrooms that facilitate effective learning, ensuring every student has the opportunity to excel. Every student is unique and some may face challenges. Along the way, we will support how to identify and address these challenges, providing remedial measures and specialized support to ensure no student is left behind. Time permitting, at the end of the show, we'll also interact into the question answer module. Once again, Prashant Educational Consultancy Service, OPC Private Limited, welcomes you all and thanks for being with me. We'll talk about empowering education beyond academics. Empowering education beyond academics. There's a website given here, prasanteducationalconsultancy.com. Kindly visit us. Academic perspective reinforcement as per NEP, that is National Education Plan. NEP 2020, NEP 2020 NEP 2020 has reflected over entire school education system, holistically covering all key aspects of a school education system and recommend far-sighted pathways for reconfiguration and restructuring of governance and regulation of school education system. It has recommended National Education Plan, of course, it is the subject in discussion, it's an entirety. Many of us do not know, many of us know it, many schools are following it, many are not following it, many are confused what are they supposed to be doing. Indeed, everything has a solution, and we are here to meet that solution. The slides may take a little time to appear on your screen, so let me wait before it appears on your screen. It takes a few seconds. It depends on the speed of your net, the speed of your device. Academic perspective reinforcement as per National Education Plan have 4-point agendas mainly. They are point number one, separation of functions like policy making, educational operations and service provisions for public schooling system of state. Second point is regulation and governance of educational institutions. Third is setting academic and non-academic standards for school education. Allocating each function distinctively to a state education department, Directorate of Education, State School Standard Authority, and of course SCERT. They are the four main features. They govern the complete system of education. I shall be talking further when these SCERT, NCERT, CERT, they all are institutions engaged in research and outcome of education in our country. They actually lead us to a fruitful outcome. And of course, they prescribe syllabus for us and academic perspective reinforcement as per NEP, National Education Plan. National Education Plan 2020 is of the view that measures being introduced to increase quality of educational outcomes would not sustain unless standards for the all functionaries are established. It advocates a 360-degree approach to be followed while evolving standards for school educational system. I have tried to put them into a picture. See, a school is at the center, and a school has to abide by a state education department, affiliating boards, DIETs, BRCs, SCERT, and Directorate of Education. All of them are independent bodies. They all have something to say about education. Whether the school at the center, with the principal and his or her staff, management, they do have something to say because they owe the infrastructure. To fit in, there is always tug of war. And we appear there to sort you out and to help you. How do you win? And these standards always create confusions. What and why standards? What standards should we have and why should we have a standard as well? My standard and your standards are different. Her standard and his standard is different. There is a chaos. National education policy has one standard, and we all are the stakeholders, including all the government agencies, to fulfill and to achieve to that target. Yes, we have to address to the local bodies, local sentiment, local rituals, local cultures. That's why educationists are required to be there and to help them achieve while living into the protocol. What and why standards bring four fundamental points. The first one is a technical document or a set of criteria designed as a guideline for an institution to abide by to ensure effective outcome. This is a document each school must have. Each teacher must have. a rule or a principle that is used as a basis for judgment. The criteria shape the purpose, culture, and environment of the institution have to be created by the leaders of the institution. Its objective is to establish a level of excellence in all aspects of the institution's performance by establishing norms for a repeatedly performed task. They're big charters. While writing, they become big, but while doing, you will incorporate with the problems. And there are problems, so there are teachers, there are principal, management members, government agencies, and of course, people like us. Prashant Education Consultancy Service OPC Private Limited was incorporated to fulfill such ideas. Our commitment and holistic educational excellence bring forth to sustain and help all those students, teachers, and principals in a convenient manner, in an understandable manner, so that we work together. And working together brings lot of good vibe, which fosters a system into a positive outcome. We introduce Prashant Educational Consultancy Service for your service anytime, any moment. A step to new dimensions. We create a new dimensions. We help you how to reflect and review processes at periodic intervals. Use the rich data assimilated to respond proactively to the changing paradigms in the field of education. Point number 1, that is A, reflect and review, suggests that assessment and accountability are not independent of any individual entity. That means you are a principal, your work should be reflected and reviewed. If you are a teacher, your work should be reflected and reviewed. If you are management members, you too reflect and to be reviewed. Children, they should be parents, so that all of us get an opportunity to update ourselves. Knowledge is good till it is first rated. Use the rich data assimilated to respond proactively to the changing paradigms in the field of education. Create an enabling environment in the school for the achievement of student learning outcomes. Don't make difficult standards for the children. Don't make their life miserable. Don't start their day with no. Be positive. Start the day with the concept what a child should be doing rather than thinking what they should not be doing. They should not be doing, should not be discussed. Don't discuss with them. Discuss with them what they should be doing. How should they be talking? How should they be walking? How should they be eating? How should they be praying? Everything. How? But we unfortunately have a little time, or we forget to do so, rather than we find a quick remedy to say, no, don't do it, what they did, because they did not know at all what they were supposed to be doing. Prepare students for an increasingly complex and interdependent world. They are the attributes of a child. If our education has failed to help them sustain independently, of course, they failed us. System failed. NEP will also fail if we don't. Establish as inclusive schools with purposeful learning, culture, and achieve higher standard of students' learning and personal development. Develop individual and collective responsibility and accountability in ensuring the achievement of student learning outcomes. Assess and endorse themselves as learning organizations that meet established standards. Devise strategies to become incubators of innovation. Every day think new. Every day think new, every moment think new, because innovation is always alive. It doesn't sleep. It's always awake. You can innovate anything, anytime, any moment. Recognize it, retain it, sustain their unique elements in their local region. Local region means if a child lives in a village and every day he sees tractor, don't give an example of aeroplane to him. Relate things what is available in your vicinity. They are big charter. You all and we all must have been doing all these things, but do you know it's not your way, my way, and highway. It has to be prescribed way, because NEP is drafted, or your school policies will be drafted on the basis of time tested experiences by those who have experienced and tested and experimented them. We'll be talking in the next slide. It will appear on your monitor right now. The complete focus of the standard, approach and impact. Our approach is always good. We all are there to be honestly working. We are working with the loyalty. We'll work with a lot of good thoughts into our mind. We all in our rights are a saint. We all are great people, because we fail to find out what is not organized in my own personality as a teacher, as a student, as a principal. I am principal, so I am not always correct. I am a teacher, so I cannot be always correct. Or you are a student, so you cannot be always correct. Therefore, what was correct yesterday may not be correct today. So you require self-evaluation, accountability. What you propounded, will you be holding responsibility for that result? Or you propound an idea, or you throw the result on your principal or somebody else. Collaboration. To avoid that, we collaborate. We share the cherries as well as the rotten nuts. Collaboration and then innovation. 4 main points I discussed here is self-evaluation, accountability, collaboration, and innovation. Empowerment of leaders, growth, self-esteem. Holistic means all parameters of a school functioning integrated seamlessly into one whole system. If 40 teachers are there, one principal is there, everybody must think and try to achieve the goal which have they already set. All of us or all of you cannot have your goal. That's why there's a leader in the school, and the goal of the principal is the goal of a teacher. If you are extraordinary, create a new one. Why not? You'll get a brownie for that. Self-assessment, self-reflection to bring about improvement in life and work to create overall well-being. A student and learning outcomes, application of standards, non-threatening flexibility of time period. That means neither the teachers, nor the support staff, nor the students should feel threatened in the system. Threatened of what? Threatened of job, money, good record, bad book, good book. It should be non-threatening. You cannot threaten anybody because you don't like to be threatened. So why should you threaten others? Self-explanatory framework clarity, adaptability and contextual. You adapt to the environment. Charles Darwin says, those who do not adapt in the nature will die out. When the evolution began, there were many species, they went extinct because they could not adapt. You don't adapt, you die out. Therefore, NEP is there, we all adapt to it. Confident and better equipped schools, hand-holding support and mentorship. Continual improvement, creation of an enabling learning environment in a school. Standardization, common school quality assessment framework for all schools. How will you achieve all these? Because you cannot keep talking every day. There is no mouthpiece for everyone. Therefore, you need a handbook. What is a handbook? Handbook is a standard operating procedures. If you are conducting a debate, right from the process of selection, judgment, preparation, protocol, laying up mic should be well thought in advance and should be drafted somewhere so that next time you do the same unless you have a new idea. You have a new idea, you keep incorporating it. Your standard operating procedure will take a better shape. You conduct assembly. How will you conduct assembly? Who will do what? Where will your principal sit? Where will the teachers sit? How the students will sit? How will they walk into the assembly hall? Everything should be well drafted, well laid, well thought of. Those who plan succeed. Those who don't remain hallucinated. All these things require drafting, discussions, and they become your constitution, standard operating procedure. This is how you should be doing. This is how things should be done. Children will learn and grow into a good leader, a good citizen. They will grow with good attributes. We exist there. Any school, any teacher, any student, any parent have a problem, do get back to us, and we are there to support you. New education plan always introduces new terms. I'll be explaining you the new term propounded there in the new education policy is SQAA. SQAA suggests School Quality Assessment and Assurance Framework. Standard and performance indicators are at the center of any assessment framework. They provide a basis on which assessment is done. Since the concept of quality is complex and has to be seen holistically, therefore, the standards should cover almost all the key performance areas of a school and consider the satisfaction of all the stakeholders concerned. Unless you are subject to evaluation, unless you are subject to review, unless you are subject to appraisal, you will never achieve. In the proposed SQAA framework, that is School Quality Assessment and Assurance Framework, the standards have been set in 7 different domains of school functioning, which are further subdivided into subdomains, detailing out the areas under them. Performance indicators have been mentioned against each standard, which indicate the observable actions and practices in response to that particular standard. Each standard has 4 levels of performance indicators. Schematically, structure of SQAA may be understood through following graphical organization because it sounds very complex to understand and to assimilate and to implement further. Hence, let's see SQAA, how does it look like in brief? But you will certainly require with such things some senior person around you. Schools must spend money inviting people of experience and education and those who have a knack of it, so that teachers can be helped, young principals can be helped, young managers of the management can be helped, and the school as a whole should grow well. SQAA has domains, I told you, it has subdomains, it has standards, it has assessment rubrics, guiding principles and policies, performance indicators and levels. These are the broad areas of school functioning which specify what constitutes the concerned domain, qualify the various aspects of the subdomain or defines the subdomain. Acting force of principle behind each standard which can be referred to further clarity. You require always reading. You must read from CBSE sites or you must listen to somebody senior in your vicinity. You must Google, or you may get back to me. I shall share my detail at the end. These systems, why should you do all these? Because they will help you achieve quality management. Everybody manages, family is managed, shop is managed, business is managed, but to manage it well, you need quality management. Now, what will achieve quality to the management? A systematic approach will achieve quality management. For schools, I lay 4 aspects for system approach to quality management. First one is level 1, inceptive. This is the initial stage. Practices are individual based, inceptive. Level 2, transient. You move from level 1 to level 2, transient. System is in early constructive years. Practices are generally corrective in nature. You have to amend it, again and again correct it. You will commit a lot of mistakes from level 1 to level 2, and as many as mistakes you commit, as sooner you commit, better you will become. Those who are failures, those who hide their problem. Failures are the people, those who have run away from the problem. And the winners are those who stand by the problem and face it. Move from level 1 to level 2 while practicing and correcting and constructing. Level 3, stable. Then you become stable. While traveling from level 1 to level 2, you have committed a lot of mistakes. You have corrected them, amended them, tested them. Now you are stable, level 3. Evidences of database, improvement processes. Now you have to record them. How did you achieve to that? How did you correct it? How did you become stable? So that you can refer it in future. System is defined and documented. People are aware of their roles in the institution and practicing it. Practices are preventive and corrective in nature. If you are known, you can say somebody, no, don't do it. If you do not know about it, then you will have to allow a person to experiment it. So those who become at a higher position, they are the people, they have already traveled from level 1 to 3. So the person who joins at level 1 should remain under a person level 3, stable. Level 4 is dynamic, evolving. Demonstrates strong benchmark, defined and documented processes. Governance and leadership exhibits responsibility, accountability and responsibility, self-evaluation, improvement, planning, etc. will help you achieve a good quality management. I believe you must be enjoying listening to this, and it must help you. It must help you so that you become a better teacher, better principal, better school, and you educate more children in a better way. Our comprehensive services in this regard, what I told you about quality system management, we are there to support you. And will support you by visiting your place, by interacting online, and by remaining in touch all the time wherever you are. Our comprehensive services includes scholastic activities, what you had the complicated words before. In brief, scholastic activities, curriculum development, teaching methodologies, learning material enhancement. These are the 4 points initially, that is the level 1 we should be beginning with. Comprehensive service incorporates lot many things. It has finance, financial administration, academic administration, and all. I'm continuing with the comprehensive services, academic administration, streamlining processes. You may have a book of records, book of rules, book of ideas, but how will you execute it? Now, problem is everybody eats, but few know how to eat. The way Chinese food is eaten, Italian will not be eaten in the same manner. Or the continental will not be eaten in the same manner. Various cutleries, various glasses, they are of different use. Similarly, in a school system, you have academic administration, effective resource management, infrastructure management, financial management, fixed asset management. I have noted down few for you. Academic administration, streamlining processes, effective resource management, organizational structure optimization. All these things we are there to help you. Co-scholastic activities, also people are more related to co-scholastic because a child has around 64 attributes according to research. A child has 64 attributes. No child lacks attributes. Maybe a child may not be good at study, but he is good at sports. A child would not be good at cricket, but can be good at football. You have to identify and credit a child no matter what is he good at. Extracurricular program design, student leadership development, and character building initiatives are very important. Nowadays, character building is a challenging task. We do not know either my ancestors were correct, I am correct, or my progenies are correct. Because things are changing rapidly and we have to adapt, adjust, innovate, and live happily. Basically, it requires your brain's emulation. We need a lot of emulation, enhancing educational standard. All standard operating procedures and implementations we take care of. We may help you doing all these. Academic audits for continuous improvement. Academic audits, big term, classroom management, classroom teaching, classroom furniture, ambience of classroom, everything is there. Academic audits for continuous improvement. Elevating educational quality through assessment and enhancement. We all help you doing and achieve these standards. Any schools having affiliation with CBSE and ICSE due or your inspections are due will help you. Not getting affiliation, but how to go about it. Navigating the board affiliation process, ensuring compliance with guidelines and standards, not any other means. Facilitating a seamless affiliation journey with us. Affiliation, of course, every 5 years you have to get affiliation. Sometimes some more queries are there, some undue inspections are there, many kind of filing and compliances are there. We are there to help you. Then you heard lot many things by now. Drafting. This involves drafting and communications. Now, you do not have time because everybody in a school is busy. Principal, vice principal, coordinators, if you have other teachers, junior teachers, all are busy doing something or the other. Who will draft this? Who has time? Who will help you implement? Of course, we will help you. Drafting and communication. Crafting clear and effective circulars, contact us. Ensuring transparent and efficient communication. Keeping stakeholders informed and engaged. Everywhere you will find us. Once we do it for you, next time you do it for yourself. And you can teach others also to do it. Then, requirement of one school is different than others because the philosophy of a school changes. And that influences the other stakeholders those who are associated with such institutions. We help you tailor our services to meet unique institutional needs. Personalized solution for maximum effectiveness. Whatever you need, you may let us know. We are there to support you always, anytime, any moment. This is Prashant Kumar Lal, associated with the best institutions and educationists in the country and abroad. I had been principal and teachers for 38 years in various schools. I was also the city coordinator for CBSE. This is, of course, Prashant Kumar Lal, worked at premium institutions in the country. I am an author, recipient of Shiksha Ratna Award 2007, and many more. When you encounter with me, you can know more about me. You can also visit us at Prashant Educational Consultancy Service or consultancy.com. Win Small, Win Every Day by Shiv Khera. It's a wonderful thought, good to assimilate. Contact us today for all holistic solutions. We believe in transforming education beyond boundaries, and our motto is Nischay Nirantar Nirman. Nischay Nirantar Nirman. This is my contact address.